2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Denver, where we'll see the Nuggets going up against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, the results have been excellent for them over the first half of the season. And it has to be said, they're not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets winning their last game against the Dallas Mavericks. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Tip-off goes to Denver. The season now starting to take shape, Brent. We have a better idea of who the real championship contenders might be.
There seem to be a lot of familiar faces.
I agree.
Yeah, always.
But that's okay. I like that.
Yeah, I do too, because in the beginning of the year, we have to do those radio shows and make predictions. Some of our predictions are coming true, thank goodness.
I know. We look smart, don't we?
Or I don't know about that.
You know you look smart. I don't. You look smart. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Kemba Walker. Williams is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's AI, and it's Lamb in at the 2. And that one's good. AI.
And always feels good to get on the board first.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting contest. If you look at the competitive matchups out there tonight, we're in store for a good one.
Now here's Thomas. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Here's Lamb following the basket by Jokic. AI kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Back to AI. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
And Thomas, here we go. And it's good for 2.
Amazing screen set by Horford to help get his man the clean look.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. Left side, Kidd-Gilchrist. Williams has a screen for Kidd-Gilchrist. Back to AI. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Mike Malone gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, they lost the first game against this team, but the coach said he's not worried. Thinks they just have to rely on their offense a little more. He told me, look, the first time didn't go the way we would like, but I still think we can score against these guys. We have to keep the ball moving, and then we have to finish strong. They're trying to even up the season series at 1, Kevin. We'll see how they do. Back to you.
Nice job, David. Thanks. So, guys, they're focusing on the offensive end here early.
And that means we could be in for a good one. If they really do execute like Coach wants them to, this could be a high-scoring affair.
Concentrating on offense doesn't mean fast break or open court action. Sometimes it's just about running plays and getting the best possible shot with each possession.
Here is Thomas. After the made shot from AI. Thomas passes to Jokic. Back to Thomas. Pass to Harris. Millsap left side. Harris a screen. Shot clock at 6. Millsap dishes to Thomas. Over Lamb. And it's good off the back rim and in. And it's 6 points for Isaiah Thomas.
These guys are like dentists right now. 4 out of 5 recommending a made shot. They're in a great groove.
And a wide open look for Walker. And the 3 off target.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Thomas kicks to Harris. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
On the wing, Lamb, guarded by Harris. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Kidd-Gilchrist, the pass to AI. The kick out to Walker. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime.
Shot clock at 5. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Interesting, Kevin. I got drafted by the Nuggets, never played there. They drafted me 15th overall back in the 1995 draft and then shipped me out. I would have been a much better skier, by the way. Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
It's deflected. Kid Gilchrist with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Thomas kicks to Millsap. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd Gilchrist. That's his first foul. Charlotte making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Here's Millsap, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Marvin Williams.
I think publicly Paul Millsap has been underrated, but if you talk to people around the league and those people in the know, what he did at his time in Atlanta certainly was something that garnered a lot of attention as a versatile power forward who could play some defense, a self-made player in this league. Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Now here's Millsap. 8 points his last outing. Yep, that one goes.
Millsap set up there in the mid-range. Pretty good rhythm on that jumper.
Outside, Batum. Pass to AI. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Thomas dishes to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Millsap a screen. Murray the pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
I like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Outside, Batum. And AI gets it to go.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside, Thomas. Takes a 3. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Charlotte leading by 4. Outside, Walker. Outside for Batum. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Batum's got his first bucket of the night. Out left to the wing. Here's Jokic. It's the outside fadeaway.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, they rebounded better than the U.S. economy, and that turned it into a blowout victory. They were dominant on the glass.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Lyle comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Will Barton in for Porter. And then for Charlotte, Zeller, he's checked in for Williams. Bridges comes in for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And Parker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Here's Murray after the made shot from AI. Plumlee with the screen. Thomas against Parker. Back to Murray. Miles a screen on Batum. Murray kicks to Plumlee. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic.
For Charlotte, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And the free throw, no good. It's Talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles, and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and five guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. Murray and Harris, the guards. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Mavericks was all business. He finished with 48 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks for checking in, D.A. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
Porter passes to Thomas. Millsap sets the pick for Thomas. Kicks to Harris. The pass to Millsap. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Walker the pass to AI. Pulls up. Collects the 2-pointer near the hoop. AI's got 25 points in the game.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Here's Millsap. Misses off the right iron. Charlotte leading by 6. Monk kicks to AI. To the middle. Hangs in the air. And it's Monk laying it in. Monk's got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Harris outside. Jokic sets the screen for Harris. Thomas against Walker. Millsap a screen. Pass to Jokic on the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. 11 points for Jokic.
Man, I love it when Jokic has these kind of nights, just showing off every facet of his game, even effective out to 25 feet.
Monk, the pass to AI. Buries it down low. 27 points for him.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Thomas kicks to Jokic. Makes it off the glass. Jokic has got 13 points.
Well, the versatility of this young stud, Jokic, is just ridiculous. Shoots threes, posts up, put the ball on the floor. Did I mention passing?
The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harris passes to Thomas. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Monk. Count it. Good. And now it's a 9-point Hornets lead
and maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Millsap sets the pick for Harris. Walker against Thomas. Jokic with the screen on Walker. Thomas against Walker. Thomas, no luck.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. You're not going to miss those all that often.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. And all month long, he's been fantastic. And now he's been named the Eastern Conference Player of the Month.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare. And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And the biggest problem for them in that game, even as they got into foul trouble, they could just never pull back.
Yeah, they just stayed aggressive the whole way, and you love the effort, but the fouls limited what they could do with their rotations here tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Hernan Gomez comes in for Porter, and it's Will Barton in for Harris. They set the screen. Walker dishes to AI. Jokic grabs the miss.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Couldn't complete the play.
No good from Hernan Gomez. Hornets leading by 9. To the paint. Here's AI. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Barton, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Barton's got his second bucket of the night.
And Will Barton looks comfortable there down on the inside with the shot.
AI in the post. Jokic defending. That one good for 2.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of play.
1:05 left in the second quarter. Barton kicks to Millsap. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And here is Thomas. Jokic with the screen on Walker. Thomas passes to Jokic. Millsap a screen. Here's Barton. Hornets with the rebound. AI's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And the Nuggets with some changes. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Lyle comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Jamal Murray in for Isaiah Thomas. He hits the second from the line.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Up top, Barton, covered by Lamb. Parker against Murray. Over to the left wing. Here's Hernan Gomez. And the 3 off target. Batum for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Batum's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And so it's Charlotte, 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll return shortly. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Really an incredible game from AI.
And we saw his work over the first 2 quarters, really pushing the action and consistently finding the open man.
And the offense is at its best when they get him the ball. Every time down the floor, maybe one touch to ignite the offense.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Williams. And it's AI in at the 5, roaming the paint. 6 to shoot. Harris kicks to Jokic. Off target from three-point range.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, the drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far. Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
AI outside. And Lamb with the basket on the assist by AI. Lamb's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Charlotte. Outside Thomas. Lyles with the screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Brent, we're seeing shorter training camps. I don't know if it adds to injuries or takes away from injuries with fresher bodies. What do you think about that whole philosophy?
I believe that the shorter training camp did lead itself and lend itself to more injuries last year. And one of the things that I'm concerned with, Kevin, just on a physiological level for players, is that what they are doing to prepare themselves for the season as an individual player, working on your weaknesses and doing those sort of things, is not the same as getting into training camp and preparing yourself for your stamina, your endurance, and your win. And I wonder if there will be some moves in the next couple seasons about trying to get off the individual training and get back to more of the endurance stamina training so that these little injuries are just not part of a season in the future.
Thomas passes to Jokic. There's the dish to Porter. Miles is bring on Kidd-Gilchrist. And another miss by Denver.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Williams kicks to Walker. Charlotte moving it around. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Charlotte. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. AI, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. AI's got 38 points.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Time now for an injury report. We've got a chance to check up on Paul Millsap's status. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I just talked with Denver's head athletic trainer. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Appreciate that, DA. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
And sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court. Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Hornets.
And the front court really has been getting the job done, scoring the lion's share of the points and really causing all sorts of problems for the opponent. They are a big-time key in why they have such a nice lead to this point.
Bridges, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Here's the floater. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
It didn't take too long for Jokic to blossom into one of the better young players in the league. Much quicker than most folks, I think, give him credit for.
And for Jokic, just keeps getting better, Brent, but always stays very grounded in terms of his personality.
Yeah, I think his brothers had a lot to do with that. You just don't see the big ego coming out of him. In fact, you see a guy who's enjoying the game. He smiles, he's laughing with teammates, he enjoys being with this group and around this coaching staff. And he went as far as to say that he plays every game as a game of pickup basketball in his hometown. I need to travel over there and get in that game.
Lyles kicks to Porter. Pass to Harris. Jokic sets the screen for Harris. Back to Porter. Jokic passes to Harris. 5 on the clock. There's a screen. Connects from three-point range. Harris has got 5 now.
Crafty scorer in these situations. You give Harris a screen, he's going to reward you for a good one.
Walker the pass to AI. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Hornets lead by 17.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Inside, here's Harris. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, comfortable under pressure there. Gary Harris beating the defense in the painted area.
Walker dishes to AI. Pulls up. Again, the Hornets score.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Thomas against Walker. It's stolen by Lamb. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. And the basket is good. Walker's got his 2nd basket.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
And the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues.
The Nuggets trail by 18. Harris and Barton, the 2 wings. Paul Millsap out there with Plumlee, and it's Murray in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Down low. Plumlee, no luck.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Williams passes to Kid Gilchrist. Count it. Kid Gilchrist has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Charlotte. The Nuggets shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Harris kicks to Millsap. They set the pick. Poke loose. Outside Williams. Down low. And Batum with the basket on the assist by Williams. And that's 13 points for Batum.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Outside Millsap. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players physically?
I think it's putting strain on everybody. Yeah. I think last year we saw
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, to key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Lyles with the screen. Here's Thomas. Plumlee trying to break loose. Misses off the left iron.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's AI, and AI throws it down.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Thomas kicks to Lyles. Back to Thomas. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Lyles sets a screen for Plumlee. And here's Harris from the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Walker the pass to AI. Fires it up. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50
for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. And the pass to Bacon. At the elbow, it's AI. And the layup's good off the glass. AI's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Morris kicks to Lyles. Here's the screen. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. The first free throw is good. Tearaway warm-ups have long been a feature of the NBA. But last season, the new tearaway jerseys, they just kept ripping apart.
The old uniform malfunction, Kevin, last year. Yeah, maybe.
You even had a couple malfunctions, and that was odd.
Well, the tie, bad tie.
Yeah.
I always have bad ties.
You know,
I think they're looking back at the material choices for what they're doing. So maybe there'll be some subtle changes into this year. But it was interesting in the early part of last year. A lot of guys with a finger underneath the arm and pulling away a jersey and ripped away. So maybe the supplier will do something about the fabric this year. Yeah, a little surprised he missed that one so badly. The defense was nowhere to be found.
Here's Craig. Off target from the baseline.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Up the floor. Lyles passes to Morris. Back to Lyles. Down low. Here's Plumlee. Goes back up. Got a hand on it. And here is Lamb. To the left side wing. And Walker kicks to AI. And again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Plumlee with the screen. Harris outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Pass to Bacon. He kicks to Walker. The feed to Biyombo. Inside, here's AI. He got it again. Sensational.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. The Nuggets have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Now here's Plumlee. He's guarded by AI. Miles with the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Craig. Off the mark and a bad shot there. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Malik Beasley comes in for Harris. Monk's checked in for Charlotte.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in, and the Hornets making a change here. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
And that one is good.
And now the defense has to shift what they're going to try to do with Paul Millsap getting off to a hot start here.
Charlotte shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. AI left side. Fires it up. Again, the Hornets score.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Beasley outside. Pass to Hernan-Gomez. Now Parker passes it to Bridges. Kicks it to AI. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Morris against Parker. Millsap left side. Over AI. Millsap misses.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
Parker passes to AI. They set the screen. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where they are. Exactly.
Where's this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
Morris against Parker. AI in the post. That one goes. Count it.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, tonight his pinpoint accuracy has been impressive.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hornets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
That unselfishness was on full display here tonight. Did a great job of getting his teammates going.
Second free throw, no good.
The team struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Denver's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Morris. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Parker.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Monk. He dishes it to AI. Pass to Monk. Sinks that one from the post.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Morris into the lane. Jokic, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And got it! Another basket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another win, and the streak goes on. This roll has been amazing. How are you sustaining this level of play every night?
Well, no, that's the talent that we have, DA. Long as the effort's there, the win's going to be there too. That's the kind of team that we got, and we believe in ourselves, and we believe in each other. You know, it's simple as that.
You're making believers out of a lot of people around the league. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.
AI, you're up in the press room.
Cool, give me a sec.
Hey, another big win for the team tonight. What do you think has been most important in keeping the streak alive.
It's got to be the shoes, man. I am loving the new Jordans that I'm wearing. And I wouldn't say that I'm superstitious or anything, but hey, since we winning games, let's just say it's going to be real hard to make any changes anytime soon. Yo, where's my Jordan money?
Jordan money.
My Jordan money. I know you know what it is. Come on, pass the check over. I got things to do.
Might be it. It might not.
Well, let me see that. I'm just gonna cash this no matter what it is. Thanks.